Be Me, 40, feminist researcher and social commentator based in Boston. Spent 18 years writing about dating, relationships, and gender dynamics. Built platform advocating exclusively for women's well-being and female empowerment. My entire career has been focused on women's issues, women's struggles, women's pain. Never really investigated male suffering. Didn't think it was significant. Thought men's problems were self-inflicted. Thought men were privileged. Dismissed male struggles as complaints, as weakness, as excuses. My framework was always, women suffer, men cause suffering. This was the entire foundation of my career and my beliefs. 2024 comes, and I start noticing something strange in the data. Articles about male loneliness, suicide rates, mental health crisis. Statistics showing men are profoundly lonely, disconnected, isolated. At first I dismissed these as exaggeration, as men playing victim. But the numbers keep appearing from multiple reputable sources. Studies showing 1 in 3 men have no close friends. Studies showing male loneliness is epidemic. Studies showing men are dying from loneliness literally. Studies showing male suicide rates are skyrocketing. I decide to investigate properly, want to understand what's happening. This isn't about dating. This is about basic human connection. This is about loneliness itself. Start interviewing men about loneliness, about isolation. First man, 35-year-old accountant. Ask him, how many close friends do you have? His answer shocks me. Close friends? I have 0. I have acquaintances, I have work colleagues. But no one I could call at 3 a.m. and talk to. No one who would help me move. No one who knows me deeply. I have 0 close friends. I'm 35 years old, and I'm completely alone. Ask him how this makes him feel. Honestly, it makes me feel like dying. I think about suicide a lot. Not seriously planning it, but thinking about it. Thinking about how nobody would care. How nobody would notice if I disappeared. How easily I could just be gone. This is devastating to hear. This is real male suffering. Second man, 28-year-old engineer. I have lots of online friends, but no physical friends. I haven't seen another human outside work in 2 years. I go to work, I come home. I'm alone the entire time. No one to talk to, no one to see. I'm incredibly lonely. Ask him about suicide. Yeah, I've thought about it. I think about it regularly. What would be the point of going on? I have no one to live for. No one who needs me. No one who would miss me. Third man, 42-year-old divorced professional. Since my divorce, I've been alone. Friends abandoned me. I lost custody, lost family. I have nothing. No close friends, no family nearby. I see my kids 2 days a month. Rest of time I'm alone. Completely alone. Ask him about loneliness. Loneliness is worse than physical pain. You can numb physical pain. Loneliness is constant psychological torture. It never stops. Every day is just me alone. Fourth man, 31-year-old teacher. I'm not sure when it happened. I had friends in college. Somewhere between college and now. Everyone drifted away. Everyone got married, had kids. I didn't. So I got left behind. Now everyone is busy with families. And I'm just alone. No one calls me. No one invites me. I'm invisible. Fifth man, 26-year-old. My generation is lonely. All my friends are online. We don't see each other physically. We just exist in same digital space. But we're not really connected. We're all lonely together online. It's worse than being alone in different rooms. It's like we're touching but not connecting. Sixth man, 45-year-old executive. I'm successful. I have money, status, career. But I'm the loneliest person alive. I go to work, I come home. I see nobody. I have nobody. Money doesn't fill loneliness. Success doesn't fill loneliness. I would trade everything for one real friend. Interview more men, similar stories. Pattern emerges very clearly. Men are profoundly, deeply, catastrophically lonely. Not just dating loneliness, existential loneliness. Loneliness from lack of deep friendships. Loneliness from isolation, from disconnection. Loneliness from not being part of community. Interview sociologists about male loneliness epidemic. One sociologist explains, male loneliness is reaching crisis levels. Men are dying from loneliness. Literally, loneliness is killing men. Men have higher suicide rates. Men have higher substance abuse. Men have higher overdose rates. All connected to loneliness. Another sociologist. Men's social structures broke down. In past, men had fraternities, lodges, clubs. Men had workplaces where they bonded. Men had bars, churches, community spaces. All of these have disappeared or declined. Men lost their social infrastructure. Another sociologist. Feminism contributed to this. Feminism pushed men out of spaces. Feminism told men to be isolated. Feminism rejected male camaraderie. Now men are alone. Interview about what changed. One expert explains. Male friendships used to be activity-based. Men bonded through work, through hobbies, through sports. These spaces are now criticized as exclusive. Now men are told to have feelings-based friendships. But men don't know how to do that. So they don't do friendship at all. Another expert. Social media changed everything. Men used to have to go out to connect. Now men just stay home. Men think being online is same as real connection. But it's not. Online friendships can't replace physical community. Another expert. Workplace culture changed. Men used to bond at work. Now workplace is sterile, professional. No casual conversation, no camaraderie. Men go home alone. Interview about generational differences. Older men still have some social structure. Younger men have almost none. One 70-year-old man. I'm lonely but less than younger men. I still have church, still have community. I have memories of deeper friendships. Younger men have none of this. One 35-year-old man. My generation lost the plot. We don't know how to be friends. We're all isolated, all alone. We think it's normal. But it's killing us. One 22-year-old man. I don't have a single close friend. All my friends are people I follow online. I've never had real friendship. I don't know what that even is. Interview about suicide rates. Male suicide is 3 to 4 times female suicide. This is massive disparity. One suicide researcher explains. Male suicide is often related to loneliness. Men kill themselves because they're alone. Because they have no support system. Because they feel hopeless and isolated. Loneliness is literally driving male suicides. Another researcher. We're losing men at epidemic rates. Young men especially. Men in their 20s, 30s, 40s. All killing themselves. All because of loneliness and isolation. Another researcher. This is preventable. If we fixed male loneliness, we could prevent most male suicides. But we're not fixing it. We're making it worse. Interview about why feminism contributed. One expert. Feminism told women to be independent. But feminism also told women to reject male spaces. Feminism pushed women into traditionally male spaces, but didn't let men stay in their own spaces. So men got pushed out, isolated. Another expert. Feminism demonized male bonding. Called it toxic, called it exclusionary. Male-only spaces were criticized. Male bonding rituals were attacked. Now men have nowhere to bond. Another expert. Feminism created expectation that women should be men's only source of emotional support. But most men don't have women in their lives. So men have no emotional support at all. Men are expected to confide in romantic partners. But if no romantic partner, then nothing. Interview about gaming communities. Gaming is only place some men find community. One gamer, 31. Gaming is where I have my friends. Gaming is where I have my community. Gaming is where I feel connected. I have closer friendships in gaming than I've ever had in real life. Gaming saved my life basically. Without gaming, I'd be completely alone. Another gamer, 26. My guild is my family. These people online are more real to me than actual people because I see them every day. I talk to them every day. We support each other. Real life doesn't provide that. Another gamer, 38. I've spent 15 years in gaming communities. These are the only real relationships I have. Everyone else has abandoned me. But my gaming friends are always there. Interview about work as only social outlet. For many men, work is only place they interact. One man, 40. I work with same people every day, but we're not friends. We're just colleagues. We don't talk about anything real. When I leave work, I'm completely alone. Work is only human interaction I get, but it's not real connection. Another man, 33. I see more people at work than anywhere else. But work is sterile, professional. No one talks about real stuff. No one shares anything real. We're all just performing for hours. Then we leave and go home alone. Interview about physical touch deprivation. This is rarely discussed, but massive issue. Men are touch-starved. Many men get no physical touch except dating. One man, 37. I haven't been touched by another human in 5 years. Except for one hug at funeral. That's it. 5 years of no physical touch. No handshakes, no hugs, nothing. It's making me lose my mind. Another man, 31. I miss being hugged. I miss just being around someone. Not doing anything, just being near another person. I'm so touch-deprived I fantasize about it. About just sitting next to someone. Another man, 44. Physical touch deprivation is real torture. Humans need touch. I'm dying from lack of touch. I'd pay for professional cuddling. Just to feel another human near me. Interview about economic factors. Men are working more, but earning less for women. One economist explains, men in past could provide, then be valued. Now men provide but aren't valued. Women want men to provide and do housework. And also be emotionally available. And also have their own identity. And also not be too ambitious. And also not be too passive. It's impossible standard. Men are exhausted. And men are lonely while working. Another economist. Work has replaced community. Men used to work and have community. Now men work and have nothing else. Work is only social outlet. Work is sterile social outlet. No real connection. Interview about what men are feeling. Despair is common theme. One man, 34. I feel hopeless. Hopeless about relationships. Hopeless about friendships. Hopeless about life generally. What's the point? I wake up. I work. I come home. I sleep. Repeat for decades. Until I die. What's the point of that? Another man, 29. I'm angry. Angry at society. Angry at women. Angry at myself. But mostly I'm just numb. I don't feel anything anymore. I'm just going through motions. I don't think there's a way out. Another man, 41. I think about leaving all the time. Leaving town, leaving job, leaving life. I just want to escape. But escape to where? There's nowhere. I'm trapped. Interview mental health professionals. They're seeing unprecedented numbers of lonely men. One therapist. Male clients are coming in with severe loneliness. Severity I haven't seen before. Men are breaking down. Men are suicidal. Men are in crisis. Another therapist. I can't treat loneliness with therapy alone. Loneliness requires actual connection. Real relationships, real community. Therapy can't replace that. But men don't have community. Men don't have relationships. So they're untreatable basically. Another therapist. Male depression is different. Male depression manifests as numbness, as lack of feeling, as giving up. Men aren't reaching out for help. Men are just withdrawing. Interview about what feminism said about male loneliness. Feminist response to male loneliness has been dismissive. One feminist. Male loneliness is self-inflicted. Men could join groups, make friends. Men are just lazy. Men are just incompetent. This isn't our problem. Another feminist. Male loneliness is punishment. For patriarchy. For male privilege. Men deserve to be lonely. This is justice. Another feminist. We shouldn't care about male loneliness. We should focus on female issues. Male loneliness is not feminism's problem. This response devastates me. This response shows lack of empathy. This response shows what I've been doing. Interview about my realization. I'm realizing I was wrong. I was wrong to ignore male suffering. I was wrong to dismiss male loneliness. I was wrong to focus exclusively on female issues. I was wrong to see male problems as self-inflicted. Male loneliness is real. Male loneliness is severe. Male loneliness is killing men. And I never investigated it. I never cared about it. I never wrote about it. I was so focused on female empowerment that I ignored male devastation. This is my blindness. This is my failure. Interview about impact of feminist dismissal. Feminism has actually made male loneliness worse. Feminism criticized male spaces. Feminism pushed women into male spaces, but didn't let men have spaces of their own. Feminism told men they needed to change, but didn't acknowledge male suffering. Feminism focused on female needs, while ignoring male crisis. One man explains, I tried to talk to feminist women about my loneliness. They told me it was my own fault. They told me I was complaining. They told me I needed to do better. They offered no empathy, no support. Just judgment and blame. Interview about what needs to change. Male loneliness needs to be acknowledged. Male loneliness needs to be addressed. Society needs to support male community. Society needs to value male friendships. Society needs to create spaces for men. This won't happen under current feminist framework. Current feminism is focused on female advantage. Not on equality, not on balance, but on female advantage at male expense. This needs to change. Interview about whether feminism will change. Will feminism acknowledge male suffering? Will feminism work to help lonely men? Honestly, probably not. Because acknowledging male suffering threatens feminist narrative. Feminist narrative is women victim, men privileged. If men are suffering, that breaks narrative. So feminism won't acknowledge it. Feminism will continue dismissing male pain. Will continue focusing on female issues. Will continue worsening male loneliness. Interview about my guilt. I've been part of this. I've contributed to male suffering. By ignoring it, by dismissing it, by focusing exclusively on female issues, by buying into narrative that male suffering isn't real. My negligence contributed to male crisis. I was so focused on fighting for women that I didn't notice I was harming men, that I wasn't harming them, but society was. And I was complicit by my silence. This is my failure. Interview about what could help lonely men. Male community spaces need to be created. Male friendships need to be valued. Male bonding needs to be encouraged, not criticized as toxic. Male mental health needs to be addressed. Male emotional support systems need to be built. This requires societal shift. This requires feminism to change. But feminism won't change. Because feminism is about female advantage, not about balance, not about mutual care. So male loneliness will continue, and men will continue dying. From loneliness, from suicide, while society ignores, while feminism dismisses. Interview about younger generation. Younger men are even more isolated. Younger men have no community at all. Younger men are growing up lonely. Younger men have no models of healthy friendship. Younger men have no spaces to bond. This generation will be even lonelier. This generation will have higher suicide rates. This generation will suffer more, unless something changes. But nothing is changing. Society is moving in wrong direction. Feminist ideology is spreading. Male spaces are disappearing. Male community is dissolving. So future will be bleaker. Interview about whether I'll change my platform. Will I start focusing on male issues? Will I start investigating male loneliness? Will I start empathizing with male suffering? Honestly, I don't know. Part of me wants to. Part of me feels obligated to. But my platform is built on female advocacy. My career is built on female focus. Changing would require rebuilding everything. Would require admitting I was wrong. Would require acknowledging male suffering. Would hurt my brand. Would hurt my income. So probably I won't change. Probably I'll continue as before. Probably I'll ignore this research. Probably I'll go back to female advocacy. This is my weakness. This is my limitation. Interview about societal implications. If male loneliness continues unchecked. If male suicide rates keep rising. If male community keeps dissolving. Society will face crisis. Demographic crisis, mental health crisis, social breakdown, loss of entire generation of men, to loneliness, to suicide, to despair. This is preventable. This is fixable. But only if society cares. Only if feminism acknowledges it. Only if we shift focus from exclusively female issues to human issues, to connection issues, to community issues. But this won't happen because feminism has momentum, because female advocacy has resources, because male issues are dismissed. So we'll continue declining. We'll continue losing men to loneliness and despair. Interview about my final realization. Feminism has solved some female problems. Feminism has created some female advantage. But feminism has done this at cost. At cost of male community. At cost of male social structures. At cost of male well-being. Feminism fought against patriarchy. But feminism also dismantled male brotherhood. Female empowerment came at price. Price of male isolation. This wasn't intentional probably, but it happened anyway. And now we're living with consequences. Male loneliness epidemic. Male suicide epidemic. Male despair epidemic. Created partially by feminist ideology. Created partially by focus on female issues, while ignoring male crisis. This is what I discovered. When I investigated male loneliness, this is what shocked me. Not just that male loneliness exists, but that feminism contributed to it, and that I contributed by my silence, and that I'll probably continue contributing, because changing my platform would be too difficult. This is my confession. This is my shame. Male loneliness is real. Male loneliness is severe. Male loneliness is killing men. And I did nothing about it. And I'll probably continue doing nothing. Because it's easier to ignore than to change, than to admit I was wrong, than to rebuild my career. This is the epidemic nobody talks about. This is the suffering nobody acknowledges. This is the crisis nobody is addressing. Because addressing it would require looking at feminism critically, looking at feminist impact honestly, looking at male suffering seriously. And we're not ready to do that. So men will continue dying. Men will continue being lonely. And I'll continue ignoring it. And society will continue ignoring it. Until it's too late. Until entire generation is lost to loneliness and despair. This is what I discovered. This is what shocked me. And this is what I'm choosing to ignore.